we're spending the day out at Piedmont Animal Farm Refuge. We're here again with Lenore Brayford to learn all about these awesome farm animals that have been rescued. And thank you for having us out. This is amazing. Yes. We're learning so much. I don't know many things about farm animals, especially for ones that need to be rescued. So we really appreciate you having us out.
Yeah, I'm so happy to have you here, and I'd love to share information.
Yeah.
Well, you have a big day today, and we just happen to be here. You've been working on this project for years now, since before COVID, on rescuing some cattle.
That's right.
They arrived today, and we have some babies and some mamas. Tell us what we have here.
Yeah, so these cows actually arrived here this morning all the way from Oklahoma.
Wow.
So they have been on the road for the last 20-plus hours. They came from a former beef farm. And the farmer, after years of doing this, it was passed down through, his family line, had a change of heart and decided that he could no longer send his cows to the auction to be slaughtered.
Wow.
It had just weighed on him emotionally over the years. It is. And this is actually a trend that we're seeing in a lot of animal farming. Those farmers they can't do it anymore emotionally. They're worn out. Yeah. And they are rehoming animals. They're moving into vegetable farming or other economic trades. And they're just getting away from that animal use because it's really hard on the animals, but it's also hard on the humans that have to send them away. Because these cows, just like all animals, are loving and kind, and you get a personal connection with them. So him and his wife actually went vegetarian, and they said, we've got to find homes for these cows. So these are the first to leave his farm. He was actually very emotional when they left. Wow. And he had been checking in all day. How are they doing? Have they settled in yet? But what we have here is actually a 3-generational family.
That's amazing.
So we have a mother, Mandy, who is resting with her baby boy. And then her daughter, Mindy, is also here, and Mindy has a baby boy. So these little ones don't have names yet. Our donors, our supporters will actually get to name them because there were so many people that made their beautiful home possible, and those are some of the perks, as a donor. Yeah. But just to have our first cow residents here at the refuge, to see them as a family unit, to see them settling in, it's a really special and magical day for all of us, and we've worked so hard to get to this point.
Absolutely, and we've got to go into more detail about this. There's so much to say in regards to how they got here, why they're here. So tell me about the process it took, the sponsorships that you're mentioning here, and why it's so important to continue those.
Yeah, so we get called every single day about farm animals who are in need. And our animals are primarily coming from neglect, abuse, abandonment, or, would have been sent to slaughter and ended up on someone's plate. But there's an opportunity where they either fall off of a truck on their way to the slaughter plant, or a farmer has a change of heart where they can actually get out of that system. And so to make that possible, we need people to support our organization. We are a 501c3 nonprofit. So you can actually sponsor Mandy, Mindy, or one of the babies, and that can help us provide that lifelong care that we provide them here. It will help pay for veterinary costs, their food, their bedding, all the things that they're going to need. And that's really how our organization works, is through individual donors making those connections with these animals and saying, you know what, I'd love a portrait of Mindy with her rescue story in my home. I want to be her sponsor.
So sweet. Can people come out and see the cattle and see the animals and learn about this process?
Yes, we actually have a monthly tour and explore event where members of the public, you buy a ticket ahead of time, you come out, we have tour guides stationed all around, so you can kind of just wander the refuge and encounter a tour guide who can tell you all the rescue stories, all the names, answer all your questions. We also have special events, and we actually have a film screening that we're going to be putting on later this month. So that'll be the official first public event where people can come out and meet the cows. But, you can see all of our animals on a tour, and we also have lots of volunteering, and that's a really good way to get even more involved on a deeper level if you want to get to know these animals, their individual personalities, how amazing they are. They're so similar to dogs, cats, and any other animal. We just don't often meet them. People come here and they've never met a turkey or a cow, and it's like, wow, they didn't realize how amazing and individual these animals really are. So that's a big part of our mission, is educating and just connecting people to these farm animals that we just don't really have the opportunity to connect with in normal life.
Lenore, thank you so much for having us out. We have a lot more to explore out here. What do you think, Amber?
I think we need to get to it because we might just end up staying all week.
Oh, well, you can sleep with the cows. But
Hey, I'm okay with it. Start thinking of baby names.
Yes.